You're the guy people call when they need a helping hand, moving furniture, unloading a truck. But lately, your shoulder's been acting up, and you're the one who's calling for help. And that's the moment you realize you can no longer shoulder the load.
The Joint and Spine Center is Cincinnati's leading destination for orthopedic care, with a range of surgical and non-surgical treatments. So when a moment has the power to change the rest of your life, go to the one place with the power to change it for the better, the Christ Hospital Health Network. This changes everything.
The Pound This podcast is brought to you by the Christ Hospital Health Network. This is the Pound This podcast, episode 661, Shay's Weight Loss Journey, weekly updates.
I want to lose weight, but I don't know how to get started.
What should I meal prep every week?
How do I get those sweet booty gains?
Inspiration for your healthy lifestyle. The Pound This podcast with Amanda Valentine.
Thank you so much for listening to the Pound This podcast. I'm Amanda Valentine. Shay in person.
Oh, gosh.
We have not done an in-person podcast together since maybe February of 2020, maybe the beginning of March, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's been over a year.
I know, it's wild, right?
It's crazy.
Well, today's in person because we're recording at the gym and Josh is on vacation, so I got to be your personal trainer today. So I'm
firing Josh, so...
You can be honest. How did you feel like the workout went?
It was good. It was awesome. Yeah. I felt strong. So
nice. Yeah. Well, you told me that you wanted to lift heavy and feel like a bad bitch. So
that's right. I'm always trying to feel like a bad bitch.
Right. So that was fun. Like it's hard though because since you're like not a regular client of mine, and I don't know what Josh does for you. Of like, I was texting you questions and asking what he did, and then when you got here, I'm like, words. It's I don't know. It's different to be like, okay, I have to kind of put my head in the right place.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
Outside of here, how's Shalati's been going?
Good. So I'm still doing that once a week. So I love it. So.
Yeah. I went this week and Shelly was brutal.
She is
Shelly,
brutal.
I know you're listening to this, but oh my God, I had to give up on a couple of the things. I'm like, oh, my abs are dying.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't do another one. She's like 2 more. And I'm like, no. Yeah, last week she taught. So, but anytime she teaches, I'm like, oh, I'm going to be dead today.
Well, see, I love that though. I'm like, I want the challenge. Like, I'm like, I want, especially with core work. Like I want my core to be rocked because everybody has pretty much a weak core. I think it's pretty safe to say that nobody is walking around with the perfect core.
No.
Which is what Pilates is so helpful for.
Yeah.
So you could do stuff like today where you're doing heavy deadlifts and everything like that and weighted reverse lunges and everything. So it's like your balance is set for those things with a strong core.
Yeah.
So have you noticed a difference from doing Pilates and like lifting weights?
Yeah, I do feel like a little bit stronger and in some ways a little bit more stable, but
right on.
Yeah.
So how's your food and everything been going, especially since you have a boyfriend now?
Oh, God.
Now when you get boyfriends, it's like snack time.
Well, thankfully, that's been cool for me because like my last like long-term relationship was so like focused around food, and it's not that way in this relationship. So like we'll watch TV and we're not like eating. So it's just nice that like I can tell he has a different relationship with food than I do. So it's not like... It's dangerous for me to date someone that also struggles with food because then I don't know, then I feel like it's easy to fall back into old patterns.
Yeah.
So
is he pretty supportive with like healthy lifestyle stuff?
Yeah. So I don't know like when and if to tell him things about like me having lost weight and that kind of stuff.
Does he not know how much
No.
weight? He doesn't know you've lost over 90 pounds?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I haven't talked about it. Yeah, I was talking to my therapist about how it's like there's this weird like level of shame that I have about it. Like, oh, I used to be like so overweight. So, but then I also feel the need to like justify what my body looks like. So
my brain went to just accomplishment, like I did some hard work on myself. Like I wanted to feel good about myself and I put in the work. That's where my brain, I'm not a therapist, but that I would, when obviously, I'm broadcasting it to the world in this podcast, talking about my weight loss of like, hey, I did some hard things.
Yeah. I wish that's where my mind went, but it doesn't. Instead, I'm like, oh, he's dating a girl who used to weigh like almost 300 pounds.
Oh, no.
So yeah, it's a weird, I don't know. It's been strange mentally because I don't know. Like I like that he like, it's almost comforting to me that he doesn't know that that's who I was. Like, I can just kind of be who I am now, but then it's also like a pretty big part of like my life. So yeah, it's weird.
Do you feel like he would react negatively?
I don't think he would. He's like, I mean, literally the sweetest guy I've ever met. So I don't think he would. It's just like figuring out how to even bring that up. Like, literally, I had, this is going to sound terrible, but like there's like a before and after picture of me that's on my refrigerator, and I literally took it off my refrigerator before he came over. So yeah, it's just trying to figure out how to like navigate that is weird.
Do you think that's a thing that people would react to a weight loss thing like that? I guess specifically in like a romantic relationship, of be like, ew. I mean, I don't know. That's never even crossed my mind that somebody would be like, have negative feelings towards that. But that's just where my head goes.
I don't think that they would. I think it's all me. Like it's all in, because I'm so ashamed of the fact that I was that overweight that it's like, I am putting that thought in my head. Like, I don't think that it's accurate that anyone would feel that way. I would never feel that way, but, yeah. And then I don't know. It's a strange like feeling that I have about it. I'm having all sorts of feelings about like dating, and like the weight stuff is weird. So yeah.
Well, if you do let him know, and it's positive.
Yes.
You have to let me know.
I can't foresee it not being positive.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a good indicator right there. If he was negative, like, bye.
Out. Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Oh my God.
I'd be like, okay, goodbye.
I can't imagine somebody being a tool bag about that. I mean, I'm sure it's happened. There's a lot of douchebags in the world. So it's like, you know, male and female all across, just humans. There's a lot of just trash humans. But so I'm sure it's happened, but yeah, that's,
I just have so much fear with men and like my size that it's like just easier to not.
Well, obviously he's into you for body, mind, everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Bridesmaid.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to elope.
Well, I'll just come to the party afterwards.
Yes,
then.
there will be a party. There will be lots of drinking. Yes.
You've already planned this out?
Yes, I have. Yeah. I was debating having all the food be edibles too, but you know, it's fine. And I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm going to be like, why is everyone so messed up?
Oh my God. That's awesome.
I know.
So I thought, since we're in person here, that I have this card game that I got for our podcast with Josh, since I record podcasts with Josh in person. It's the sweet and spicy truth game instead of my little book of questions. And I'm like, oh, this would be so fun to play with Shannon / Shay / Shan /
shenanigans.
Yeah. And I know that you're worried about it. I mean, we can also pass on these questions because so far, I mean, when me and Josh played this, it was better than I anticipated, but some of these questions are real stupid. So I kind of I don't know. This stuff is just so fun for me, of like kind of the get to know you, would you rather sort of thing. So there's spicy, medium, and sweet questions. If anybody's curious, I got this game off of Amazon. So I figured you can go first and you ask me a question. No, you just grab a card. Just go from like spicy, medium, or sweet, whatever you feel like. Just grab a card and I'll grab one. And let's play. We got medium.
Oh
no.
This card.
Oh no.
Do I ask you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like, are you afraid of dying?
That's a good question, right? I mean, I guess yes and no. I guess I'm afraid of how I would die.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I don't want to be like tortured to death.
Make it fast.
Yeah, right. So I mean, ultimately, I know that. I mean, we all die. That's part of the thing. So I don't think that I'm afraid of it happening. I just think I'm afraid of like, oh God, I hope it's just like peacefully in my sleep.
Yeah,
and not because like my middle got run over by a bus. And I'm still like alive for like a half hour.
No, you're just like flailing on the ground, not entirely dead.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No.
I'm going to go with spicy.
Oh God, I knew you would.
Okay. Oh, this works since you have a boyfriend now.
Oh no.
Oh, this is not spicy. This is a lame ass question.
I'm so nervous.
When you see someone checking out your partner, does it A, make you proud, or B, make you protective? How is that spicy?
Proud or protective? That wouldn't bother me. I'd be like, yeah, he's hot. He's mine. What you gonna do?
Yeah, and that doesn't really bother me either. Now, if they started
coming at him, or like,
or if my husband was like started making moves back, like in a serious way, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not cool with that. But that's not what the question is.
Right.
Let's do one more.
All right, now I'm doing spicy since you went all out.
Is it actually spicy?
It's so good.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know if I can read this. Okay. Would you have sex with a gender-flipped version of yourself?
Hell yeah.
I really wish that you'd read that to Josh.
I'm saving that. That's getting saved.
It's so good. I want you to know I would have sex with a gender-flipped version of yourself. Yeah.
Would you have sex with a gender flip version of yourself?
Oh, hell yeah. So good. Did you answer?
Yeah, I said hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm going to go with spicy too.
Oh my God.
What? What? This question's too stupid. I got to get another one.
Just do a different one.
That one's not even fun. Oh my God, this is the same question that came up with Josh. Would you be okay with your with your lover? This one's different. Oh. Would you be okay with your lover giving a stranger an intimate 30-second kiss for $1,000?
Ooh, for 1,000?
Yeah.
30 seconds is a long time.
I know, but this isn't you. The question was Josh was would it you? So this is your partner.
I mean, I don't know. $1,000 is just not that much.
I know. I was going to say you got more money than that in stimulus.
Right. I'm like, the government handed me more money than that. I think I would do it if it was be down with it if it was more money.
Yeah, it was like $10,000.
It's like in the adult world, $1,000 is like,
yeah,
okay.
It's like, what was that movie? This is an old 90s movie. I'm pretty sure it's like Woody Harrelson, Demi Moore. Oh my God. Where it's like, yeah, they're like, hey, I'll give you, and James Caan, I'm pretty sure, where he's like, yo, I'll give you $1 million if I can bang Demi Moore and have her for the night. And Woody Harrelson's like, dope, yeah, do it. And then he like changes his mind whenever this rich dude is just like whining and dining Demi Moore. I don't remember the name of that movie.
Yeah.
But I think it was like $1 million. Just for like one night.
Oh yeah, I mean for $1 million, there's a lot of things I would do for $1 million, but for 1,000, nah.
Yeah, 1,000 is kind of lame. All right, that was fun.
Oh gosh,
I am definitely saving that one.
Oh
for
my
Josh,
gosh,
so.
I can't wait for you to ask Josh that question.
Oh my God, and that's where like I'm hoping, with hopefully, being able to do a little bit more in-person podcasts to kind of bust this bad boy out a little bit more. But we'll see. I'm not really sure if I want to bust this game out with a doctor from Christ Hospital.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not. But you could get some interesting outcomes.
I mean, totally. I mean, I don't know. I just love this kind of stuff. I just love
because you can't prepare for it. You don't know
it's improv, man. I'm all about the improv.
That's right.
So do you have any, let's get back to health and fitness, since that's what this podcast is about.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Do you have any obstacles going on this week, or where's your vibe with food, fitness, etc.?
I don't think I have any obstacles this week. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back into like a more like set kind of like eating schedule. I just feel like my life's kind of been all over the place. Mm-hmm. So not that I'm eating bad, but I just feel like I want a little bit more like structure right now. But yeah, other than that, I mean, food's been okay. I went on a trip to Wisconsin with my mom. And that's always cool for me to see, like, I can eat things that I feel like I want to eat, but then also eat healthy at the same time. Like, there was one night I was like, can we please just go somewhere where I can get a salad? Like, that's what I wanted, was a salad.
After you had those big ass mozzarella sticks that you saw on TikTok.
Oh my God. So there were only 2 of those, right? And then they're huge, but 2 of those mozzarella sticks, and there were 4 of us, and we couldn't finish them.
Yeah. Like these mozzarella sticks look like if you got like a baguette.
Yeah, it looks like, and they're called lightning rods. So yeah, I think my grandpa asked me 5 different times, like, how'd you hear about these?
Saw it on the TikTok.
I know, he was like, the what? But yeah, it's just cool for me to like, I don't like to feel bad, which is different for me because I'm used to feeling good. So when I eat like crap and I don't feel good, I don't enjoy that. So the fact that I'm like, okay, I want to eat a salad because that's not going to make me feel like crap is like a huge thing for me.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever like that switch flipped for me too.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm like, okay, I know this is a lifestyle. This isn't a diet, where I've done so many diets before when vacation meant like go ham.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not on a diet. I'm on vacation. I am just eating everything that like gets into my field of vision.
Yeah.
And just feel like trash. And then would come back of like, oh, now I don't feel like eating broccoli or whatever, and then you just off the wagon.
Yeah.
Where when I started going on trips and vacationing, and I'm like, I want to eat healthy and I want to exercise, and when I didn't, because you know, still got to live life, I would totally eat those mozzarella sticks. I'd be like, I got to try this. That when you realize, like, focus on like, oh, I feel really sluggish, I feel really tired, I feel like heavy and bloated, and be like, I just need a vegetable in my life. Like, I think, like you said, it's like such the win when you're choosing to like eat healthier instead of feeling like you're forced to. And I don't feel like that comes right away. I mean, you've done a bunch of diets before. Did you ever feel like that before?
No, and I felt like I was constantly like missing out. So it was like I had to eat everything I could, like that was unhealthy. You know, so now it's like there's nothing that is off limits for me. Like I'm not playing any of those games. So it's that I don't feel like I have to go out of control, because like that's still an option if I want it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go mad and eat everything. So yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah,
like, well, I haven't been on like a real vacation, you know, it's like 2019, but yeah, even I like at the point where I'm like, I was traveling and I was getting like a day pass to gyms.
Yeah.
It's like this gym looked cool, or working out at the hotel gym. I'm like, who is this person?
Yep.
This would have, I mean, if you would have told me at other points in my life I would do that, I'm like, you are so high right now.
I know.
You have a mental illness. There is no way that I will ever do that in my lifetime. And I have totally done, or even base, you know, trips and stuff like that off of exercise. Like, I want to go hiking here. I'm going to walk here. I'm going to go, you know, boogie boarding, and I want to do all like these active things. Like, that was never part of my life ever until I was in my 30s. Yeah. Where it's just crazy. Yeah. How when things just start changing and you start doing it because you want to feel good versus you want to be skinny. Right. Like, that's when those sorts of things fall into place. Yeah. But it's frustrating. I mean, it might be frustrating for somebody listening to this being like, well, I'm not there. How come I'm not there? It's just part of the process. Yeah. It's like one of those things that wasn't even like a light switch flip. It just kind of morphed into that until one day I was like, whoa. Yeah. Well, they're making these changes. That's kind of wild. And that took me a few years.
Yeah. Well, and like the physical activity is really crazy for me. I never thought I would like doing any sort of physical activity, and now I love it.
Yeah. You just busted ass during our workout. Like, you were lifting heavy and going hard.
Yeah, I love that. And like you said, like doing stuff on trips, like that's like I'm going to Hocking Hills at the beginning of May, and I'm just so excited to hike while I'm there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You stayed in like one of those cool ass cabins?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hopefully the cicadas aren't out yet.
Oh God. I've never, every time I've heard something about cicadas, it never happened in other places I've lived.
You haven't been here.
No. So I'm like, everybody's
just don't leave your house for 2 months.
See, I don't know. I just feel like that's not good. Anytime they're like, we were just talking about in the weather forecast, they're like, it's supposed to snow tonight. And we're just like, yeah, right. It just feels like I'm being warned it's not real.
I was alive the last time this happened.
And it goes on for 2 months?
Yeah, it's a long time.
And they're just everywhere.
They're everywhere. And they will just fly right into you.
And you can't go outside. You can't go
I mean, you can go outside. But they're just like my dad would mow the lawn and come in covered in cicadas. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not a good time. And I'm really excited to see you go through this now.
Yeah, that's something new for me.
Yeah, but you know, we can make it through this year and then it doesn't happen again for 17 more years.
I kind of want to eat them.
You can eat them. They are high in protein.
Yeah. I feel like hopefully some restaurants around Cincinnati will. Oh, I've eaten a lot of bugs.
Yeah. Not me.
I've eaten a lot of
no
weird
interest.
Things. Put a lot of strange things in my mouth.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I know. For less than $1,000.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, if restaurants like some of these farm-to-table restaurants in Cincinnati aren't making something cicada-ish, I'm going to be upset. Seems like you could barbecue them, a little sweet and sour.
Oh my God. I'm going to vomit right here on this table. Yeah. Oof.
I bet it's not that bad. Mm-hmm. I've had like cricket chips and stuff before. Those
just watch you eat them.
Okay.
I'm
Start an OnlyFans of eating just cicadas.
Yes. Oh my God. Ooh, somebody would get off on that for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's an audience for everything.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be a new life experience for me is the cicadas.
I know. I'm just hoping that it, like, I don't know. I don't want it to mess up, like, my walking. Like,
that's true.
It'll be so sad.
Right?
If it gets real hot, I won't want to walk outside anyway. But when it's nice out, like today, I'm totally going for a walk.
When are they supposed to start coming out? Like next month?
It has to be warm for a certain amount of time. So it's supposed to be next month at some point, but there's not like a set. It all has to do with the temperature. So I'm hoping the fact that it's supposed to snow tonight might hold them off a little longer.
Nature is so weird. Like, why 17 years? I mean, I'm sure I could Google this.
Oh, I know.
But that's like...
It's so random.
Yeah. Like, but like, I wonder what the like evolutionary advantage of that is. Like...
I don't know.
I don't know. Nature be wild, man.
I wish I could only come out every 17 years. That'd be awesome. Like
really?
Just sleep for 17 years and then wake up and, just go at it for 2 months and then
my
go back
God. Well,
to sleep.
You know how much the world has changed? Imagine if you fell asleep 17
the
years ago.
cicadas are going to be like, what is going on?
Yeah, it'd be like there's smartphones everywhere.
Whoa,
and
why are people in masks?
Oh my God.
Why is everyone standing 6 feet away?
Yeah, like just think of every 17 years how drastically the world changes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with that. Like I can't imagine if you were like in a coma.
You get to go back to bed after 2 months. You just go back to bed.
But just imagine if you went into a coma like in 2000.
Oh no.
And you like woke up this year. You would be like,
I'd be laughing. I'd be like, you guys are hilarious.
Like,
how is this happening?
I don't know if your brain could handle it, man. I mean, I guess at that point, the internet existed, but not in any sort of way it is now. But it's like, things like that where I wonder, like, and this is the crap that I just think about like all day is like, like what if you brought somebody from like 1910 and brought them here? Like, would their brain be able to process like what is going on? Like, could you would you just shut down?
Right.
Like, could you not even like, your brain couldn't even put things together? Like whenever you see like a weird shadow or something and you can't, you like just totally scrambles your mind because you don't know what's happening. Oh my God, that would be a good horror movie.
It would be. Because it would be horror.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Or just, the opposite effect. Or no, probably not on a different level. If you took us like right now and you zapped us back to like 1890 and everybody just smells and you're like pooping in pots and like everything else, you'd be like, what? Like it would like, it's like, that stuff happens. You got chamber pots and stuff,
you just poop on the street.
Oh yeah, that was that too. You just think of like Cincinnati, where it's just like the blood of pigs rolling everywhere because it was just such a like that's why it's the pig stuff is everywhere. Is just because, and that's why people too like moved up into the hills and stuff because like in the city it was so disgusting.
Ew.
Yeah, like imagine being zapped back to that and be like, oh my God,
thank you.
No,
I don't really want to be zapped back or forward. Like.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to, here, I got my own question. If you had to choose, would you go back into the past or go into the future?
Oh, probably the future.
Yeah, I would do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the past. It just seems smelly. Everybody would smell so bad. They would freaking reek.
You are cracking me up. You're just like, everything's smelly.
Yeah, it would be so like.
Yeah, everything will smell nice, if we go to the future.
The future, right? Well, it's probably because we're just going to live in our own little bubble that's going to be scented the way, like you think of what scent you want.
Yeah,
and
you just press a button and that's what you smell like.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not just pure ass like in the 1800s.
Smells like straight ass.
It's just like nobody's bathing. There's no deodorant. Like,
oh my
gross.
God.
Like there's horse poop everywhere.
Ew.
There's human
I like
poop
how
everywhere.
much you're thinking about this right now.
Right?
Like, there's just shit and it smells.
Well, I was thinking about this yesterday because I had time in between clients here at the gym. And so I went for a walk around Columbia Tusculum. And some of the streets are like still brick.
Yeah.
And there are some of them you can see like there's the patches of brick show through like the asphalt. And yeah, of just like what it was like when this place was like brick roads. And that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Compared to how far back you could go of like, man, that had to suck.
Yeah.
Like just, yeah, horses and buggies and yeah, of just no. And then like, dude, imagine you're in the 1800s dealing with your period. Hard pass. Just no.
They used to have to just go like stand in the river for like a week. You just bleed into the river.
Walk past the river is just like a couple hundred chips in there.
That was the only option.
Oh, gross. Oh, my God. I went cicadas
great
and just
old
swarmed
Ohio
by fish.
Yeah, that would be so much worse. You're on your period in the river and there's cicadas. I don't know why anyone listens to us.
That had to happen, though. The cicadas happen every 17 years. It had to happen. There was a cicadas outbreak. Women are just bleeding all over the place.
It's just, there's blood on the streets, too.
God.
Oh, God. Oh, man. That's messed up.
Welcome to our history lesson.
We'll write our own version of history books.
Oh, my God.
I kind of want to illustrate that, like a bunch of women standing in the river
a
and
coloring
cicadas.
book. The only comes with red and
we
brown.
can have someone shitting in a bucket in the coloring book.
Again, the only colors that come with this coloring book is red and brown.
Yes.
The river is brown. The fish are brown.
The blood is red.
Oh, my God.
That is so Oh, wow.
On that note,
Oh, woo.
we should probably end this.
And that was the last time we ever recorded in person.
All right, this took a hard turn. Oh, my God. All right. Well, if we have the opportunity to record in person next week, we should.
Yes.
Play more of this card game. All right. Well, have a good week.
Bye.
AmandaValentineBites.com